legacy building, generational wealth, entrepreneurship, being the CEO of your last name. All of these words, phrases that I've been accumulating my mind with, just over the last year to 2 years. These are things that I represent. I represent being an entrepreneur. I represent being a legacy builder. I represent being the CEO of my last name. And I represent, bringing generational wealth to my family. And as I've been, following behind King Jay's message, about being the CEO of my last name, and as I've been out here actively on tours, empowering millennials and trying to teach our millennials how to build generational wealth and be business professionals and entrepreneurs and all this great stuff, it's truly a blessing and it's an honor to be given these gifts from God, to be able to be a messenger to our community, our culture, our millennials, that we have to take control of our destiny. But more importantly, guys, I wanted to explain to you guys what legacy building, entrepreneurship, CEO of our last name has meant for me, and the actions that it is causing me to take personally. So, like I was just saying, out here giving people all this game and inspiring people. I had a conversation with myself the other night, and I said to myself, what you're doing is amazing for the community, for the world, and for people on social media, but what are you really doing for your family? What are you doing for your immediate family? And after I asked myself that question, it really made me open my eyes to reality. One, that I wasn't doing much for my family. And two, at the same time, there was so much opportunity in the lack of. So sometimes it's okay to be real with yourself and realize where you lack, but at the same time, that should spark an initiative because of that lack of. So I was speaking with my brother the other day, and we were just talking about problems, like within the family and all this and that. And I was really explaining to my younger brother that, you are the oldest of the household, and until you change you and your ways, no one's going to really follow you, because we all grew up around each other and we're all accustomed to each other. So if you continue to do the same things, and then we get that, I don't care attitude, just because something gets difficult when you're trying to get a point across to a sibling, and then you do that I don't care attitude, it doesn't do any benefit for our family. So at the same time, while I was brainstorming with my brother, I was saying, listen, we have to figure out a way how we can really bring everybody together as a family and go on a financial crusade to be more responsible, one, with our spending, because we don't got it right now, but two, ultimately about really building a business, or the mindsets within our siblings and my mother, of entrepreneurship. So it actually hit me because I just recently started a income tax business, right? And I was speaking with my mother, and I went out to the Jumpin' Jack Tax Conference, and it really helped me understand how big you can make this tax business. And just to see, Prince Donnell and having his family and close relatives around his tax business almost gave me a aha moment where I was like, okay, you know what? Instead of me just talking about being the CEO of my last name, instead of me just talking about being a legacy builder and leaving generational wealth, it's not about just leaving things behind for your family. It's about putting them in position so that they can go out and fish for themselves while you're leaving them things behind. So it immediately made sense to start trying to, one, bring my family more around my businesses and my services that I personally do. So with my income tax business, I'm speaking with my mom, just recently, and it kind of made sense because I was like, yo, mom, I want to do your taxes. I want to do your taxes, right? And she's like, all right, I don't mind you doing my taxes, but if I can get the same amount of money back that I could do myself, why would I pay you $300? And that's kind of just how my mom thinks or whatever. But it made sense to me because what she said, she's been doing she always does her own taxes every year, and she sees how much she can get back herself. And then she'll go to a company and see how much they can get back. And if she gets back the same amount, she just does it herself, because why pay the money? And I'm like, wow, my mom actually knows how to do taxes, income taxes, at least on a surface level. So it just made sense to say, yo, mom, you know what? You should come into my company, be a tax preparer. You know, we'll get you certified. We got mentors around us. It's pretty much set up so that you can't fail. You have the school to get certified. And, you know, it really feels good. I just sent her a message this morning about the steps that she has to take ultimately to become, you know, to get registered the right way and do everything legit. And I want to talk about this video because a lot of us as young entrepreneurs, we go out here and we try to put other people on and we try to build other relationships. I have a whole organization of people that are not immediate family of mine, and that's okay. They are my family. You know, we have built and became family, but I also have a real mother, real brothers and real sisters out here that are struggling, and I have to figure out a way how to put them on. And not just wait until I die to leave behind assets for everybody. That is leaving behind generational wealth, but you ain't putting them on in a position where they can control their own destiny. That's also generational wealth, is putting your family members in position to secure their own bags. You don't got to give them everything. You got to put them in position with the skills, resources, and platforms so that they could shine bright and get out here and make their own money. So I'm super excited about that. I've been, working with my mom, trying to get her credit together. She's going to become a tax preparer. She works 3 days a week. She is in the hospital field currently. And I just always tell my mom, like, listen, mom, you're still young. You work 3 days a week. There's 7 days in a week. Them other 4 days, you can be very proactive with them days and generate money and ultimately work on your son's company, which at the same time is your company. So that's super exciting. And this message is just really for everybody out there to understand that, we have to, sometimes it's kind of hard to work with family, and this is going to be a challenge that I'm just going to go through, and I'll learn and I'll be able to tell my testimonies. But, people are people, guys, and you got to learn how to adjust, and you got to learn how to change the current you. Like for my instance, my family calls me baby, so I got to learn how to change from baby to Isaac from a family business standpoint. And I'm all for that. I'm all on a mission. I'm looking to, get close with my brothers and sisters and see how I can bring all of them in this tax business, because everybody in the world needs to get their taxes done. And even if we can secure 2,000 people in the 2020 tax season, that's more than enough money, and we're going to need a lot of hands in the pot. So I think it's very important, guys, to understand it. Put your family on, put your close ones on, set yourself apart from the brother, sister version of you to the business entrepreneur version of you, and you will get the respect that you want. And more importantly, guys, you will be setting your family up to understand entrepreneurship, understand business. And really, I think that this may be the starting blocks for us really building a better familyhood as well. We have problems within that. So I think if we can all work in the same business and make money and grow a company and do income taxes and save people tax liabilities and ultimately talk to them about how they can get invested in real estate, get their credit right, and start businesses and get business funded, and we can help other families become successful as one big family, I think that will change our trajectory of our family's nature and our narrative. So guys, I'm super excited about this. All my entrepreneurs out there, this is a lesson for you. And it's okay if you are where I was, where I didn't really put on for my family, but I put on for friends and family out here in the world. I'm able to see that vision now, and I am attacking that. I'm on a mission this year to bring my family into my businesses and set them up to understand entrepreneurship and get them on a path to control their own destiny, guys. So I'm out of here. I hope that message caught you. Go out there and be the CEO of your last name. Peace.